Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Screen Junkies. Screen Junkies is an online movie magazine and YouTube channel owned and operated by Defy Media that focuses on movies and television. The Screen Junkies produce three main shows: The Screen Junkies Show, Honest Trailers, and Movie Fights. As of April 2017, Screen Junkies has over 6 million subscribers and over 1.6 billion video views. Honest Trailers. Honest Trailers is an Emmy-nominated series of parody trailers of films, and occasionally TV shows that are made to satirize the film. The videos are narrated by John Bailey, created by Andy Signor and Brett Weiner, and shepherded by Break Media's head of programming Mitch Rotter. Honest Trailers debuted in February 2012 and, by June 2014, had become the source of over 300 million views on the Screen Junkies YouTube channel. The series started when the creators saw that Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace was being re-released in 3D, and decided to make a parody trailer for it, continuing the series as a result of the positive reception the videos received. The series received Primetime Emmy Award nominations for Outstanding Short-Form Variety Series at the 68th and 69th Primetime Emmy Awards. The series videos take approximately 1 week to assemble and are typically created by around 4 people. The creators watch the movie a number of times before writing the script as a group. Subjects are chosen by a combination of current popular movies and suggestions from viewers, with the aim of making the videos go viral. Though Signor has said that they would like to cover more television shows, they haven't done many due to the increased time commitment as the team have to watch every episode of the series versus a film. The series was first narrated by comedian Ptolemy Slocum, who narrated only the first video. The next dozen were narrated by Gannon Nickel before he enlisted in the military, and John Bailey replaced him. Despite starting as a direct copy of typical movie trailer voiceovers, Bailey's narration voice has become more of a parody over time, using different styles for the various genres satirized. Co-creator Signor says that he would like a celebrity to perform a narration for their own Honest Trailers episode, explaining that he would like to have someone who understands what we're doing and enjoys it and is willing to make fun of themselves. This eventually occurred in May of 2016 when they were able to get Ryan Reynolds to co-narrate the Honest Trailer for Deadpool, in character as the film's titular character, who is known for breaking the fourth wall. Reynolds reprised his role as Deadpool for the Honest Trailer for Logan, the series' 200th video. The series' 100th video for 50 Shades of Grey was released in May 2015. As of July 2016, the Honest Trailer for Game of Thrones Seasons 1-3 was the highest viewed, with over 31 million views. Previously, the most watched was the trailer for the Disney film Frozen, which currently has over 28 million views. Not all videos speak negatively about their films. For Captain America: The Winter Soldier, contrary to typical style, the creators found it difficult to raise negative points and conceded that the film was good. Co-director Joe Russo said that he had the series in mind when creating the film and aimed to make the movie honest trailer-proof. The head writer of Honest Trailers is Spencer Gilbert, who also appears on Movie Fights. The Screen Junkies Show. The Screen Junkies Show covers a variety of topics in film and television. Some episodes include interviews with actors, supercuts, and information and updates on movies. The Screen Junkies Show is hosted by Hal Rudnick and was created by Andy Signor, Brett Weiner, and Mitch Rotter. Movie Fights. Movie Fights, typically hosted by Signor until his termination in October 2017, features debates between 3 other people within or outside of Screen Junkies, such as other YouTube reviewers on various movie-related questions. This segment lasts for about an hour and a half, with the first 5 rounds being a round-table debate, and the last round being a speed round. Each round would begin with a question, and each contestant would have to make an argument for why their answer is best. The speed round consists of 5 questions, and each contestant has 15 seconds to make a claim for their answer and 10 seconds to give their rebuttal against their opponent. When a contestant wins a round of speedrun question, they win a point, and the person who finishes the game with the most points wins. In the match titled Ultimate Game of Thrones spin-off movie, posted on April 12, 2015, Murrell became the first ever Movie Fights champion after winning the first ever title bout, a position held until July 13, 2017, when he lost a showstopper competition to Spencer Gilbert immediately after retaining the belt in a tournament fight. To become the next Movie Fights champion, a contestant is required either to defeat the current champion in a title bout match, which occurs if the current champion wishes to put the belt on the line, or win the special last man standing fight, where multiple contestants fight in a knockout format to win the showstopper, a box with 5 speed round questions so that the contestant can challenge the current champion to a speed round match using the speed round questions found inside the showstopper. Screen Junkies Plus. During the 56th episode of Movie Fights, which aired on November 18, 2015, new premium shows were announced to be available through ScreenJunkies.com or an app, for a monthly fee of $4.99 with a free 3-month trial and other package options. Upon its initial release, more than 10 original shows were available through Screen Junkies Plus, including Interns of FIELD, their first scripted series. In addition, the YouTube shows, including the Screen Junkies show and Honest Trailers, are available through the platform, with each episode of Movie Fights also streaming live each Thursday before its Saturday YouTube release. Several cast members, notably Alicia Malone and new producer Ken Napzok, had previously worked for the Schmoes No Network. Napzok as a producer and Malone as a presenter as the Schmoes and the Screen Junkies often work together, with numerous members of the Schmoes No team appear on Movie Fights. On the February 3, 2016 episode of Screen Junkies Universe, Hector Navarro was announced as the host of a new show, Knocking Dead, which would have more of a balance of praise and criticism for the TV show Walking Dead than the show has been given thus far. The show focused on the second half of Season 6. This slot was later used in April through June for the show Watching Thrones, a commentary on Game of Thrones Season 6 hosted by Ken Napzok, Michelle Boyd and Spencer Gilbert, and a rotating guest host with Trisha Hirschberger later becoming a regular. Starting July 7, a similar style show was introduced critiquing the second season of USA's Mr. Robot. On the April 25, 2016 episode of Monday Night Raw, Dan Murrell announced that the show will go on hiatus after the following episode, and that he would begin a show of his own in which he'd review films. Summer Movie Report, with co-host Sasha Perlraver, debuted on Monday, May 9. Following the conclusion of Summer Movie Report, it was announced Dan would host a new movie review show called Dan's Labyrinth, which premiered on Monday, November 7. On the 86th episode of Movie Fights, it was announced that winner Matt Raub would be hosting a new weekly show, Game of Fights, which premiered on Friday, June 17. The show is created in collaboration with Smosh Games and once a month an episode will be available through the Smosh Games website. The first 6 episodes were pre-recorded. Additionally, Honest Game trailers would be aired on Screen Junkies Plus along with Honest Game trailers commentaries. In addition to their original series, Screen Junkies Plus also features occasional special content, including extended editions of their Honest trailers, a 2015 holiday special, and a Movie Fights 2-year anniversary retrospective special. On Wednesday, July 5, 2017, during SJU, it was announced the service will be going free with shows airing on YouTube spread over their 2 channels. Content will still be uploaded to their website until Saturday, August 5, 2017. Screen Junkies News. On October 21, 2016, the Clever Movies channel announced that it will be rebranding into Screen Junkies News on November 1, 2016. Roth Cornett was chosen to serve as editor-in-chief. Millennial Falcon. On the 19th of September 2016, Screen Junkies announced that Roth Cornett would lead an open search for a new presenter. YouTuber Jenny Nicholson, formerly of My Little Pony redubbing team Sherlock Pones, was chosen to present Millennial Falcon, a deep dive into the Star Wars universe, all things Disney, breaking news, and all of the geeky minutiae in between. The first episode appeared on the 8th of April 2017 on Screen Junkies News. The show moved to Screen Junkies on the 16th of July 2017. Controversy. Screen Junkies co-creator Andy Signor was suspended by Defy Media on October 6, 2017 after accusations of sexual assault and sexual harassment made by female fans and co-workers became public. Several of the women also claimed that complaints made to Defy Media's HR department and management about the incidents had been suppressed or ignored by the company for several months until the women involved made the allegations public. On October 8, Screen Junkies announced on their Twitter page that Signor's employment was terminated effective immediately, as there is no justification for this egregious and intolerable behavior. Activity on both the main channel and the Screen Junkies news channel was then suspended until further notice following the news. The creative team of the channel requests patience from the fans. Screen Junkies news editor-in-chief Roth Cornett assures that the team is meeting daily to find a good path forward. Signor's image was removed from the thumbnails of several videos on both channels following his termination. Reception. As of December 2016, Screen Junkies has over 5.8 million subscribers and over 1 billion video views. In 2014, the Screen Junkies YouTube channel was listed on New Media Rockstar's Top 100 channels, ranked at 4. The Russo brothers have declared themselves fans of the Honest trailer series, and stated that during production of Captain America: The Winter Soldier they aimed to make that film's script Honest trailer-proof, finding the series a litmus test on film logic. Similarly, Chad Stahelski and David Leitch stated that they enjoy the series and have kept it in mind during the production of John Wick and its sequel. Director of Kong Skull Island Jordan Vogt Roberts appeared in the Honest trailer for that movie, listing legitimate faults in his own film. During the production of Deadpool, the crew at one point considered making the Honest trailer version of their own movie for the closing credits. While the idea ultimately did not come to pass, Ryan Reynolds reprised his role as Deadpool in the Honest trailer for his film of the same name, as well as for the separate X-Men film Logan. Zack Stentz, co-writer of Thor and X-Men First Class, initially called the channel's Honest trailers insufferable. After the crew from the channel got in contact with Stentz, he agreed to watch the honest trailer for Thor with the crew. He also later appeared on the first episode of Summer Movie Report and the 83rd episode of Movie Fights. In 2015, the series writers Spencer Gilbert, Dan Murrell, Erica Russell, and Andy Signal were nominated at the 5th Streamy Awards. In 2016 and 2017, the series was nominated for a Creative Arts Emmy Award for Outstanding Short-Form Variety Series. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Would you like to know more?